Long time no see. I know you're playing. Hey, I've been tripping. I've been tripping. Don't worry about me. I'll explain why I've been gone. I didn't do any shows last week. All right. We gonna fix that. We gonna fix that. All right. It's all good. But hey, y'all know what today is. It's Monday. Well, almost Taco Tuesday, but it's Monday. All right. Monday Night Football to talk about. Okay. We're gonna talk about that. Some coaches getting the pink slip already. Yeah, we're gonna talk about that. And my favorite quarterback in the world, uh, to run the teammate over. Yeah, that's his new nickname. Anyway, all that and more. Hey, it's I.O.W Sports Show Late Night Owl Edition, episode 489. Let's go.
Yeah, Silent Hill TDS, what's up? Yeah, come on. I.O.W Sports Network Late Night Edition. Let's go. Come on.
We about to raise the bar. Wild card mar. Everybody grab a seat, cause you know we about to spark. Late night sports talk. Modelo Le Cigar. Man, you don't wanna start. Wild card mar. We about to raise the bar. Wild card mar. Everybody grab a seat, cause you know we about to spark. Late night sports talk. Modelo Le Cigar. Man, you don't wanna start. Wild card mar. Hey. L Boogie with the hot flame, ashtray full of top names, little tree for your membrane. This the 9-hour time frame. I just snatched up a 6-pack, got my hands on a lid pack, whipping up a little batch of snacks. Yeah, man, I think I'm all set. Late night, can't sleep, go ahead and just tap in. Better grab you a cold one, and we about to get some laughs in. Wild card on the microphone, he'll hit you with a couple flurries. Y'all need to just strap in for some entertainment sports commentary. We about to raise the bar. Wild card bar. Everybody grab a seat, cause you know we about to spark. Late night sports talk. Modelo Le Cigar. Man, you don't wanna start. Wild card bar. We about to raise the bar. Wild card bar.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. What it do? What it do, peoples? I know. Hey, I've been tripping. But hey, no shows at all last week. I'll just be honest. My schedule's changed. Okay. And, I just had to do some adjusting, trying to see how everything was adjusted. That's all. So I took last week off just with, time management, body and all that. Regardless. Hey, now a week later, hey, I got my schedule down exactly where I needed to be, where I wanted to be. And I'm going, hey, I've been trying to pride myself on giving y'all 3 shows a week. So we're going to do that. All right. It was crazy hectic last week. But hey, let's get into it. All right. Because we got a lot to talk about, obviously. Monday Night Football. Let's recap that. We had a double dip tonight. Had a double dip, baby, dip. Come on now, dip, baby, dip. Hot and candy treat and go. Let me see your Tootsie Roll. Yeah, we had a double dip. Monday Night Football. Let's start right here. Bills, Falcons kicked off the Monday Night Football double dip. And don't look now. Don't look now. Is this the same Bills team that was once undefeated, now 2 in a row? All right. It's one thing to lose to the division opponent in the Patriots. And the Patriots, surprisingly, because of the win last week, who would have thought that the New England Patriots are leading the the AFC East. I'm sorry, I got my divisions all jacked up. They're at top of the AFC East standings due to tiebreaker, obviously. And again, only 6 weeks in the season, but still, for the Buffalo Bills, who have been having full control of that division since the last 5 years. Ever since Brady left that division, it's been the Bills' division to lose, and they've been dominating that division. They've been racking up the wins in that division. But can we be honest? Can we have a real conversation about the Buffalo Bills? Are there questions about the defense? Yes, of course there's questions about the defense. Did y'all not watch the game tonight? Did you not see what happened? Bijan Robinson, yes, he is talented. He's very talented. But damn, Bills didn't even did y'all even try to put up a fight? Look, I get it. You know, he's good. And it's Bijan. He went high in the draft for a reason. He's a franchise running back for a reason. All right, I get that. That's for damn sure. All right. As much as it's easy to go and point the fingers at the defense. 19 carries, 170 yards, and a tutty for Bijan Robinson. Special night. Special night. All right. It's easy to look at, hey, Michael Penix, almost 250 yards. A tutty. Drake London, 10 catches, 158 yards. A tutty. It's easy to nitpick at the fault of the defense. That's to me, that's low-hanging fruit. All right? That's low-hanging fruit. But I was, as I was talking earlier online, Facebook, and you know, he's been on I.O.W. content before. My man Mount Josh Moore. Shout out to Josh. Look, we got to understand. All right? We got to understand. Here's the deal. All right? As much as the defense gave up 21 points in the first half, they only gave up 3 in the second half. So the defense made their adjustments. I know it's low-hanging fruit to say, hey, man, you let Bijan Robinson have a hell of a day. You let Drake London have a career day. I understand that. But if we're looking at the context of the whole game, the defense did their job second half and gave this offense opportunities to get right. It gave this Josh Allen, the reigning, defending, undisputed NFL most valuable player, gave him his opportunities to get back in his game, him and the offense. All right? James Cook continues to play well. 17 carries, 87 yards, averaging 5.1 yards a carry. All right? Here's what I'm starting to see with the Bills. All right? Year by year, they take away other players that help. Again, Stephon Diggs, no longer there. Y'all saw his revenge tour last week with the Patriots, what he wanted to do. They went into Buffalo and wasn't scared. Came out with a dub. But my problem is that people are going to look at their defense, and yes, it's not good. But when you give your MVP quarterback opportunities after opportunities to get back in the game and he doesn't deliver, I think we need to focus more or broaden our horizon and look at the bigger picture with the Buffalo Bills right now. All right? I get it. You know, you look at the offensive weapons. Are they, jumping out the screen to you? Big names? No, not a big names. All right? It's been primarily the quote unquote Josh Allen show in Buffalo for the last couple of years. All right. I get that. But we ain't gonna poo-poo on acting like James Cook hasn't been cooking. No pun intended. That's my dad joke of the night. Whatever. He's been killing it all season. All right. James Cook has been doing phenomenal, in my opinion. I would love to have his running game in Kansas City, even though the running game in Kansas City is starting to look a little bit better. We'll talk. I'm just being honest, y'all. We just having conversations. James Cook is doing his thing, so it's not like it has to be all upon, you know, my man Josh Allen to be the guy to do it all. I don't think that's the case. All right? I don't think that's the case. Can you help him out with some, balance with the run game? It's been there. The running game's been there. All right? Get your tight ends more involved. All right? You had a great tight end in Dawson Knox. He wasn't enough. You drafted Dalton Kincaid. All right? Maybe we need to invest a little bit more in your wide receiver room. All right? Shakira, he's okay. He's cool. He does his role. All right? Curtis Samuel turned it into, I guess, almost like a traveler lately in his NFL career. Okay. But here's the deal. Yes, there needs to be help from the GM. But it's never been a problem. I mean, they've been winning the AFC East. They've been to a couple of AFC championship games. So it's not like they're bums. They're still getting to the playoffs, sometimes more than not going to a deep playoff run. So, what's the problem? I know, I get it. There's some injuries. And I understand that, but when it comes to the NFL, there's a certain word. It's called death. D-E-P-T-H. And either you got it or you don't. And if you don't got it, more than likely your GM and your coaching going to get fired. We'll talk about some fires later in the show. All right? If you got it, your tenure's going to be longer. All right? They say next man up. Keep the train moving. It has to be that type of mentality. Because that's why you got 53 men on a roster. That's why, when you're playing a physical game like this, you're expecting injuries. That's why you got 53 men. Because you're expecting at some point in time, we won't be healthy. All right? It happens all the time, every year, every team. No NFL team never escapes a whole season without injuries. It just doesn't happen. All right. It's impossible to even play 17 games and have 0 injuries. That don't happen. So that's why it is always indicative for your general manager to make sure that they do their part, do their job, and get depth. D-E-P-T-H. Depth. Mm-hmm. That's their job. But at the same time, players still got to play. Coaches still got to coach. Let's look at the player side of this. And Josh Allen, did you see those interceptions tonight? They were bad. Those are bad interceptions. And that's what I was trying to really reference to when it comes to this game. It's easy to pick the low-hanging fruit that you let Drake London, you let B-John go crazy. That's low-hanging fruit. But come on, man. If you do your job in the second half, I'm expecting you on the other side of the football on my team to do your job. Especially since you are MVP from last year. Come on. The president has been set that you are that guy. You're supposed to be able to elevate. that offense. I get it. Injuries, probably doesn't have the best weaponry on offense, but come on, man. I love your tight ends. And cook it. You don't have to do it by yourself. But it's not looking good for Josh Allen right now. A bad game last week against New England at home. Go on the road. Dirty Birds, Atlanta. 2 interceptions. Sacked 4 times. But let's not waste any more time on the losers of that game. Let's talk about the winners. The winners, the Falcons. From now on, this is how you football, Atlanta. Because I'm not sure exactly what you are, Atlanta. What exactly are the Atlanta Falcons? Played the Tampa Bay Buccaneers week 1 division game. Played them close. Played them tough. Could have won the game. All right. Then you go to Minnesota. You beat up J.J. McCarthy, knock him out the game, and then, you get the victory, 22-6. Okay. All right. Then week 3. Explain this to me, Atlanta Falcons. How the hell you go down in Carolina and get your ass kicked? 30-0, skunk. 21 rule back in my days in Madden. If it was 21-0, now it's called skunk. Got to drop the sticks and get your ass up out the chair. We got to get a new opponent. So you got skunked by the Panthers. And I get it. Some people go, the Panthers, they looking a lot better. They beat the Cowboys. Let's calm down about the Panthers. I still think they still a minute away. But I did watch the game. They did some good things in that game. But still, at that point in time, the Panthers weren't good. What you doing getting skunked? 30-0. That was bad. That was real bad. And then you go back home. And in my opinion, that was almost a must-win type of situation. You get the dub over Washington. Okay. And I get it. And it wasn't no Jayden Daniels that game, but still, Falcons took care of business. All right. Had to bye. All right. So you had time to rest and get ready for the Buffalo Bills. All right. Nothing beats coming out of a bye and getting a dub. Yeah, you gotta love that. Especially if you whatever team that you cheer on, that you're a fan of, you gotta love that your team comes out of a bye and gets the dub. Because that means you rectified some stuff. Some things needed to change. Some things needed to be happen. You need to get the train back on track. Sort of, metaphorically speaking. So that's what that buys are for. Is meant for you to fix mistakes. And they came out and did their thing. Matter of fact, they jumped out to a crazy lead. If I'm correct, it was a almost like a 14-point lead. Yeah. Came out blazing. 14-7. That was end of the first quarter. And then next second quarter starts. They had another touchdown. It's 21-7. And Buffalo is already behind the 8-ball, baby. But man, see, this is why you gotta take certain players like a Bijan Robinson, no matter what slot there is in the NFL, especially in that draft. He went high in the draft, and he showed exactly why tonight. You gotta love that as a Falcons fans, that you're highly drafted. A lot of expectations put on him, and he delivers. I'm pretty sure there's been some expectations on Drake London. You know, kind of mixed bag reviews on how the trajectory of his career is going. He's shown flashes of some good. He's also, you know, been quiet at times. All right. And there needs to be more other players that were drafted high from Atlanta that need to get it together. Yeah. I'm talking about you, Kyle Pitts. Yeah. I'm talking about you. Hey, if you got fantasy, I've always stayed away from Kyle Pitts. All right. You got to stay away from him. I just think there's just so much untapped potential that just, you know, we keep waiting and keep waiting and keep waiting and keep waiting and keep waiting, keep waiting for Kyle Pitts to blossom. So it was actually great to see Drake London perform very well tonight. Take advantage of a, you know, not so good Bills defense. All right. He talking about James Cook was cooking. Shit. Come on. Drake London was cooking. Bijan was cooking. And Falcons took care of business. Hey, one of their biggest problems last year, was getting pressured. They took down Josh Allen 4 times tonight. And I'm just going to be honest with y'all. It ain't easy taking down big old Josh Allen. I don't know about personal experience. I'm just saying this because y'all see who I'm a fan of. We see the Buffalo Bills every year. All right? He's a big man, strong. You know, Josh Allen ain't never been easy to take down. Never. All right? Well, we just got to give credit where credit is due. The Falcons outplayed, out-hustled, out-coached the Bills tonight. Point blank period. All right? Could have got a lot ugly if we being frank. If we being frank, could have got a lot uglier. All right. So then another, you know, Bears, Commanders, you know, the rain made the conditions a little sloppy. All right. Made it a little tough for certain players. And it showed. And it showed. Washington had a problem tonight. They couldn't hang on to the football. Whether it was a Jayden Daniels interception or fumbles from the offensive players. It just wasn't good. It wasn't good. And I was watching the presser from Jayden Daniels, and he, you know, he admitted, hey, we didn't play well. You know, and that starts with me. He said that starts with me as a quarterback that, hey, I didn't play well. That's my bad. My bad. But Commanders, man, they're also sitting at 3-3, sitting at 500. Not sure what kind of team we're getting right here. Do I see the same 12-5 team last year? No, I don't think they you know, duplicate that same thing like they did. No, I don't. Okay. But I will say that, you know, fairly accurate night for Jayden Daniels. He only missed what's that? Completed 19 passes, only missed on 7. I love it. 3 TDs. Obviously, the yardage is in there. Got to get more vertical with your attack, if anything. All right. And we also got to make sure that you, Jaden Daniels, the biggest concern I had coming into the season or coming into NFL for you was, don't take the unnecessary hits. And it already cost him a couple of games already this year, taking unnecessary hits. All right. So what? Obviously, he has 10 carries right here. Maybe from what I saw, not all of them were necessarily designed. It was just him trying to extend the play, make something happen, play a little schoolyard, backyard football, improvising. And there's nothing wrong with improvising. All right. Washington's going to be fine. We'll see how it goes for the rest of the season. But I will say this: that division, maybe it was just naive of me to think that the Eagles was just going to run away with the East. But no, I mean, I just think there's there's going to be a little bit more competition. All right. Going to be a little bit more competition. Well, let's switch it to the Bears side. Shout out to Jake Moody. The guy got cut by San Francisco. All right. Earlier this year, lands on the Packers practice squad with Atlanta. I'm sorry. I'm tripping. With Chicago. And then next year, he's over here kicking game-winning field goals. Man, you gotta love stuff like that. I'm just talking about the human aspect of that situation. Guy didn't quit. Stayed ready. And next you know, got an opportunity. And ran with it. Get the game winner. So, hey, that's what it be sometimes. You just gotta, step up sometimes when you're not expected to. So shout out to Jake Moody for doing what he did. All right, getting the getting the team in position to win that game. Or sending them. Well, he made some other field goals, but winning it with that field goal. I'm over here tongue-tied. Y'all don't mind me. Don't mind me, y'all. But the guy, Caleb Williams, I got to give him credit, man. I'm not the biggest Caleb Williams fan, but when he need to make big plays tonight, he did. All right? That's how y'all know I ain't biased on my show. That's how y'all know I can be very, objective and call a spade a spade. Caleb Williams, not a fan of him. And he played pretty damn well tonight. Made a couple of throws. I was like, okay. Okay. The problem with Caleb Williams is can he consistently continue to play like this and, add on another layer, and he's over here killing it next thing you know. I mean, how long he's been playing football. I hope he would understand the aspect of that is to make sure that you keep continually to ascend and keep it consistent. Just saying. I'm pretty sure he knows that. But, hey, it's people like me, who talk shit, all right? I ain't never made it to the pro level. I ain't make it D1. I'm just a lover of football. So, hey, I'm just going to call it how I see it. But there are going to be times where players going to have to go out there and be quiet. Tonight we ride. 30 camouflage, humming when the side. Hey, y'all mind me. I'm tripping. Now, I'm just excited for that Cash Money No Limit versus. We'll see how that shakes up. But anyway, I just think the Bears, another one of those teams where you're like, what are you? You know, I'm not sure what you are, but they're 3-2. All right. It could be a lot worse for Chicago right now. Y'all know how they get down. All right. They had a 5-12 season last year. And you don't act like you ain't too far removed from a situation like that. All right. But hey, kudos to the Bears. Went on the road. It was wet. It was disgusting. It was probably slippery. Cats was over there. You know, I'm pretty sure a whole bunch of stuff that the Bears had to deal with. But also, they were aided. I look. I also got to be honest about this game. It's as if Washington was just, hey, you want to win this game because we just gonna keep turning the ball over. Turn the ball over too many times for my liking. I'm pretty sure, you know, they probably gonna get an earful from Coach Dan Quinn. Probably, you know, a little salty about that game because, hey, you were down 14, fought back, all right, and the Bears almost, you know. They almost had some moments in that game where they was trying to give it up. It's as if, hey, you want this game? No. You take this game. No, you have this game. Nobody wanted to win? Okay. We already had one tie in the NFL, so I'm just kidding you. But they handle business. I'm not sure anybody noticed this or not. But you're gonna need quarterback play. You got to, and you need your quarterbacks to be leaders. All right. Look at this clip, y'all. I know y'all already seen it. I know y'all already heard it. But we need to watch this.
I think it starts with the leadership in helping articulate that for the guys, and then what we're expecting out of the guys, right? We're expecting this. Are we getting that? Are we not getting that? We have guys showing up to player-only meetings late, guys not showing up to player-only meetings. Like, there's a lot that goes into that. Do we have to make this mandatory? Do we not have to make this mandatory? So it's a lot of it's a lot of things of that nature that we got to get cleaned up, and it starts with the little things like that.
Yeah. Again, I never made it to the pro level, but I've been in locker rooms. All right. I played high school ball. You know. Here's the deal. You know what? Better yet, I'm gonna let this guy do it. I'm gonna let this guy handle it. Because I think he brings a certain perspective. Oh, we over watching the news. Yeah. Hey, yeah. Oof. Instagram trick. Wow. Yeah, Instagram is wild. Once I clean that up, yeah, y'all don't want to know what's in my feed. Y'all don't want to know what's in my Instagram feed. Anyway, here we are.
Wants to be respected and earn leadership. Don't go and snitch on your teammates to the national media. I mean, so if you want to talk about leadership is not telling the national media, oh yeah, I threw 3 interceptions, but nobody's coming to the players only meetings. Tua, boy, if there's any, we talk about those dogs that we always say they don't have many on the Dolphins. If anybody is a dog, they're walking up on Tua chest to chest this morning. Bruh, you gonna do that to your teammates in the national media post game after your ass threw 3 interceptions? So Now they ask you what went wrong, and you go on a rant about player-only meetings. And let me tell you, this goes deeper because this is a deeper problem. And it became a Tua didn't know. I don't think he's malicious, but he's not calculated. This made the problem bigger.
Oh, yeah.
Because now, let me tell you a schedule of an NFL day. You get there about 6 a.m. You know what you go straight to? Meetings. You meet. And then after that meeting, there's another meeting. And then you're in defense and offensive meetings. Then you break off into individual meetings. Then you work out, you practice, you go eat lunch after practice. Oh, what's after that? Meetings and meetings and meetings. And the coaches have had these bastards in meetings for 6 hours. They haven't established enough of the game plan that now you have to plan another meeting to talk about the meetings. It is stupid. This player-only meeting stuff, it means like, oh, we've got together. We've pulled it together now. We're having player meetings. It's a waste of time. If you have to meet more than 6-7 hours a day that you're meeting with the people that implemented a game plan, what the hell are they doing in their meeting? They're playing Yahtzee in these damn meetings that you're in meetings more than
if they were playing Yahtzee, the people would show up. The problem is they're not playing Yahtzee. Somebody's just droning on and on.
Talk a month and a half of meetings. We need player-only meetings. And now he's late. I threw it low and behind Achan because I was going to tell Achan in the player-only meeting, I'm throwing it low and behind him. Get out of here, man. It sounds so dumb. That, to your point, we're losing. We're not a good football team. This crap is embarrassing. People that are hearing Tua's comments yesterday are saying the same thing I'm saying right now. What the hell are they having player-only meetings for? They're not doing enough in regular meetings? That's honestly something about the coaching staff if they have to have extra meetings on top of y'all bastards meetings. It is embarrassing right now. Oh, I'm telling you.
Woo! Chan was on fire right there, wasn't he? Okay, Channing Crowder. Shout out to Channing Crowder. Part of the Pivot Podcast. Freaky Chan. If you know about a Pivot Podcast, he different. He different. As a failed college and NFL football myself, didn't make it to that level, but been in many locker rooms in football. Yeah. I never had to deal with the media, but I could understand how I feel some type of way if, he's talking about leadership and he's going out to the media and he's doing this and he's doing that. Yeah, too. That was different. Yeah. That was different. I mean, come on. I mean, we're really that? We're really doing that? I just thought that was something different. You didn't earn yourself a new nickname to run the teammate over. That's your new nickname. You have earned that right, sir. And Channing brought up some great points. And one of my biggest points that I wanted to bring up, and if you look at these games, the Chargers games, the Dolphins game, the Panthers game, even the Patriots game, those are 3 games right there where in late game situations, Tua has a chance to win it. I'm being serious, y'all. This is literally what they're 1-5. 1-5. If Tua actually plays better than what he is late game situation wise, the Dolphins be 4-2 right now. All right. They under a minute left. Let the Chargers get back into field goal range. All right. Late down the stretch against Carolina, in Carolina. Another bad, some bad decisions, bad throws. Home against the Patriots. 1 possession game. Had some bad decisions, bad throws, turnovers at the end of the game. So I'm gonna be quite honest. If I was in that locker room, oh yeah, we gotta have a quick conversation to it, because you're not gonna go to the media, try to call out the teammates, say this, say that. Oh, you know, that's coming to the they late or not showing up. Blah blah blah. Hey man, this little player only meeting ain't got shit to do with your ass making bad mistakes at the end of the games, throwing bad interceptions at the end of the games. I know Channing said he had three interceptions. I watched the game. All right, I made sure I replayed it yesterday. One of them was off the hands of Jalen Waddle. So I'll throw him some slack on that one. But those other two interceptions, oh yeah, two. That's all you, pimping. That's all you, bro. That's all you. So when he talks about lack of leadership to it, you are part of that lack of leadership. Are you that so oblivious or not in tune with what's going on? Are you not reading the room properly? I don't think you are. And the reason why I say you're not reading the room is because, you know, there's a such thing as called leading by example. And the best way to lead by example in the NFL is with your play. You've been inconsistent, sir. Yeah, you got 11 touchdowns, but damn it, you about to damn near pull a Jameis Winston old school Tampa Bay 30 for 30. You got 7 interceptions. Your interceptions are starting to creep up with your touchdowns, pimp. And some of your interceptions are coming at the wrong time. Like I said, Dolphins could easily be 4-2 right now, had you not turned the ball over. But now, since since Tua turned the ball over wasn't a good enough nickname for you, now you're Tua run the teammate over. Because that's crazy. That's how you start infighting. Civil wars in the locker room. Matter of fact, that's how you start separating, putting a line in the locker room. That might be something that might actually alienate you to it. That might be something that might, hey man, I ain't messing with, bruh. If you quote unquote say we got lack of leadership, you doing this is showing exactly what you're talking about. Lack of leadership. You've been in the league long enough to know that, hey man, if I go out here and say this in front of this many cameras worldwide and all these mics are on, and I say something that's going to literally have my teammates question me, you shouldn't say it. And I'm not gonna sit here and say, oh, oh man, maybe find a way to, answer it differently. No, look, end of the day, you got control in those damn pressers. You don't think your teammates is gonna be watching what you say? You as the quarterback, the self-appointed. Here's the thing: quarterbacks are self-appointed leaders. You play the most important job that's not a head coach. You play the number one important job of the players. You touch the football on every offensive play. All right. You literally can dictate the win and loss column more than anybody in the organization. And y'all 1-5. Yeah, things is jacked up. But come on, Tua, you can't talk about bad leadership when you have actually been part of the problem on why y'all 1-5. I dare anybody to go back and watch all 6 of these Dolphins games and tell me that Tua is absolved for the reason why they 1-5. Yeah, okay. I know you a liar, and that's the devil's work. And God ain't nowhere in there. Because what we ain't gonna do is act like we blind to the fact that Tua, who's over here at the podium running cats over. Hey, teammates, matter of fact, did you get the license plate of that one? Huh? Tua. That was on the license plate. Tua. Come on, man. That was bad, Tua. That was bad optics wise. And Channing Crowder was 100% right on that situation. Hey, man, you can't be over here turning the ball over, costing us games. But the biggest part that he said, ooh, it might be a problem with the coaching. I'm just gonna ask y'all, how long is Mike McDaniels gonna keep that job? Ain't no way. He can't keep it. He can't keep it forever. He can't. I mean, it's not looking good. Your offense is not looking good. I will say this about the Dolphins: they are starting. You know, that pressure. Chop Robinson, Bradley Chubb, Jalen Phillips got a solid pass rush. All right. Obviously, you still got Mika Fitzpatrick, still one of the better safeties back there. You know, I can't really say how much, you're going to trust your corners and the other safeties, but I know you could trust that man. You could trust Mika Fitzpatrick. But this is crazy. I don't know how long McDaniels is going to be in there. But I ain't going to be surprised when he get gone. They're going to hand that man a pink slip. Speaking of pink slips, man, they ain't even wait. They said, Brian Callahan, get your shit. They said, get your shit and get up out of here, pimp. Yeah, they got him up out of there. They got he out. First coach to get canned in the NFL this season. There's going to be many. There's going to be many more. Obviously, Mike McDaniels is on the hot seat. Brian Daboll's on the hot seat still. I don't care. They got 2 wins. I'm still putting Brian Daboll on the hot seat. They still got time to F it up. All right. Might be a little John Harbaugh on the hot seat. Woo! Yeah. Shout out to Randy Weber. He put that on our, coach's prediction of who might lose their job and got hit that unemployment line. Nah, they ain't got hit on unemployment line. They gonna get money. They got their money. But it's wild, man. But hey, proof's in the pudding. The team's not looking good right now. They literally had some miracle magic voodoo to even get that win, their only win last week on some real crazy circus type mess that the Titans got that win last week against Arizona. That says a little bit more about Arizona than it does, the Titans. But the fact of the matter is that Brian Callahan just never got this team going. All right? Never got this team. 23 games as the head football coach of the Tennessee Titans. Guess his record. Just guess, y'all. If you said 4-19, you would be correct. So I understand why you do it. Hey, man, bad rookie season. Okay, we could chalk that up. Okay, we gonna get you number 1 overall pick. And we added some pieces here, some pieces there. You subtract it, and the roster is what it is. All right, it is what it is. But fact of the matter is that you went 4 for 19 as a head coach. It just wasn't good. It wasn't good enough, Brian Callahan. But it also doesn't help because the Titans lately just haven't been ran properly. They've had GMs at a revolving door. Now they're on their third coach in the last, 10, 11 years? About to be on their fourth. It's Brian Callahan. Before him, Vrabel, Ken Wisenhunt, and I think, Jeff Fisher before that? So it's kind of like, damn, man. Are y'all one of those franchises that's having a hard time to get continuity? And then that's what it's looking like. That's what it's looking like with the Titans. But I can't absolve Brian Callahan for that bad coaching job that he did. It was just bad. It wasn't good. You can't go 4-19 and expect to keep your job, right? He had to have seen this coming. You had to have seen it coming. It's crazy to me. Come on, man. As far as I know, won't be too many Titans fans, shedding a tear or, poo-pooing or belly aching because of Brian Callahan getting relieved of his duties. It is what it is. All right. That was on you, Pimp. I mean, I get it. The Titans haven't had the, upper echelon of roster. But, again, when you got a revolving door general manager, this is what happens. But hopefully they get back on track. Get to 500 football. Help show Cam Ward. And look, I know what a lot of people are gonna say. Oh, Cam Ward, he's a bust. He's bad. He's terrible. He's this. He's that. Hey, man, Cam Ward can only play as good as he, with the weapons around him. All right, and if he's got dog shit around him, it's hard to make dog shit look pretty. I don't trust Calvin Ridley. I like Alec Umanura, the wide receiver out of Stanford. I like him. Hopefully, he can get a little bit more, chemistry with Cam. Cam Moore's in a bad spot. Not team wise, but I'm just saying, it's gonna be a minute before it looks good and starts getting good for the Titans. It's gonna be a minute. And he's been up and down. He's had some good moments, he had some bad moments. And you're looking for that rookie quarterback to, hey, be even keeled, be consistent. Be consistent. So, hey man, it is what it is. You had your fun in the sun. But if you were smart, Brian Callahan, you go coach in college. You know why? Because you get paid. No, hey, I saw it online. A guy when she saw the news of James Franklin being removed. Matter of fact, Cardell Jones, former quarterback from Ohio State. He had a quote saying on Twitter, go convince a university to give you an absurd amount of money just to let things go to the shit can and get fired and walk away with a boatload of money. That man getting paid $50 million upwards to it on a buyout is crazy. But why did James Franklin really get fired? I'm gonna really break it down for you. I know my Penn State Nittany Lions fans know what's really good. But for those who don't know, you're about to find out on why he got fired. All right. James Franklin spent the last 12 years at Penn State. All right. Last 12 years. Okay. There's been more ups than there is downs. All right. And that, hey. So with the fact that he's been there, did a phenomenal job. First of all, that's how long he's been at Penn State that people forgot that he's at Vanderbilt from 2011, 2012, and 2013. All right. Posting 6 wins, 9 wins, 9 wins respectively for those 3 years before taking that job at Penn State. All right. So debut season, he goes 7-6. 2015, 7-6. 2016, 11-3. 11-2 on 2017. 9-4. 11-2. 4-5 shortened COVID year. 7-6. 11-2. 10-3. 13-3. And so far on the season, 3-3. All right. Here's really the problem, or the main reason why he really got fired. Because we get the same old song and dance from James Franklin and the Nittany Lions every year. All right. We get it from him every year. Oh, AP preseason poll. In 2017, 6th. 18, 10th. 29, 15. 20th. This short COVID season. Preseason ranked 7. 21, 19. 22, not ranked. 23, 7. All right. AP got him ranked 7th in 23, 8th in 2024. And coming into this year, they were ranked AP poll, they were ranked 2nd. So again, we keep seeing this same old song and dance with James Franklin. Rack up these regular season wins. Let's find our spot in the transfer portal. Trying to find players. All right. And I understand that's a lot of it ain't easy being a coach, especially on that college level. Because you got more than 53. All right. More 53. So I think that's just one of the reasons why James Franklin got hired. Because again, all these damn AP polls that got your rank, and then here comes the season, you get knocked off your pedestal. All right. It's crazy. It's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. Here's another reason why James Franklin got fired. All right. Again, same old trend. It ranked in the AP poll in the preseason, blase, but then things happen. All right. Northwestern, last team to beat James Franklin. UCLA, the team before, they got him. Oregon, they were ranked at the time, and they had a great game. Beat Penn State in Penn State on the quote unquote whiteout. Oh, dominated, and then late run from Penn State, they go in OT. Cool, but you losing to UCLA, the same UCLA that just joined the Big Ten a couple of years ago, the same one. Is that the same one? No, I can't be that UCLA. They only been in the league for a couple of blocks. Oh. Did y'all know UCLA hasn't been a good program? Did you know that they gave Deshaun Foster a year and a quarter before axing him? With Tim Skipper, who took over as the interim coach. So you losing to a team that's already fired their head coach? You losing to the interim coach? Okay, that's not a good look. That's not a good look at all. Okay. So look, well, let's just slide, losing Oregon. Cool. Wait, you lost to Northwestern, the new kids on the Big Ten block, and they 7-11 overall? Huh? Okay. That's wild. Let's look at Northwestern. The whole time while he was a coach at Penn State, this is what the team of Northwestern has been doing. I mean, they 71-70 over your tenured James Franklin. All right. 16-15 record under David Brawl. So just to kind of put it in context a little bit. I mean, it's not even close. This is pathetic. So I understand why the athletic director was like, "Yeah, man, it ain't what we thought it was gonna be. It ain't looking good." See, it was okay for James Franklin to rack up as many wins as he possibly could. What really bit him in the butt was the fact that forget the fact that we can't win the Big Ten. All right, forget that. All right. It's either Ohio State or is Michigan that's been in the way. Well, Michigan's kind of down this year, so you ain't got to worry about that. Ohio State. All right. So I think that's why, for James Franklin needs to, whenever he gets another gig, I hope he does a lot of things different from what he did at Penn State. He had X's and O's, look cool. But I'm talking about James Franklin is over here, same revolving scenario that he does every year. Ranked AP, all right? Ranked in the AP top 25. Some down the road, whether it's mid-October, or early September, and change the whole trajectory of that team. All right. Because James Franklin never wins the big games. Oh, I don't want to say never. That's pretty strong. Come on, man. You're not good against ranked opponents. James Franklin is not good as head coach against other ranked head coaches. It just baffles me how quickly I was given the certain coaches leeway when it comes to things. But it makes sense why you had to move on from James Franklin is because, damn it, you forget the fact that we always come in the AP top 25. Damn the fact that we can't get past the other big juggernauts in the Big Ten. Damn that. Is when you start losing to mediocre and below teams, that's when it will seal your fate. If I'm an athletic director, I'm looking like, damn, we losing to Northwestern? What? They supposed to be geniuses in Chicago, not football players. What the hell are we listening to losing to these bums for? I mean, come on now. I don't know, man. This shit crazy. But don't nobody feel bad for James Franklin. What gig you know you can get canned from and still walk away with a bag? Them buyout clauses are getting crazy and crazy and crazy and more crazier. That is just crazy. And at that point, you're like, damn, well, you start losing to the sucker teams in our damn conference. What we need you for? We'll eat that 50 million. Trust me, we'll get it back in all types of financial duties or financial obligations. Well, they'll make the money back. I just thought that was just absolutely crazy. That James Franklin really thought he was actually going to survive. And when it's just a matter of when, if. That's the only time. But hey, go ahead and join your boy Brian Callahan in that old in that unemployment line. Or don't. You got 50 million to count it all day. Now, because you got time on your hands now. Is James Franklin going to get another opportunity? Of course. He'll get another opportunity. He will. But I just, for me, I'm like, hey, man, you gotta tighten up your ship. But the ship has sailed and it sailed without you. It's crazy, man. Bobby Petrino took over in Arkansas. Their head coach gets fired. Deshaun Foster in UCLA gets fired. Brian Callahan gets fired. Old Trust and Believe. Mike McDaniels, you on clock. All right. To your last day. Brian Dable, you still got time to F it up and still get fired. It's crazy, man. But I need to become a college football coach. I really do. I just need it for, quick little come up. Quick little come up. But hey, man, I'm going to get up out of here. Y'all know what it is. In about, say, what's that? In about 22 hours. Yeah. It's going about like 18, 19 hours. We'll be back with another episode. Promise you we will be. Randy Weber's going to be in the house. Always a good time when me and him get to talking sports. So y'all know what it is. Man, I'm going to get up. Like I said, I'm going to get up out of here. Y'all do me a favor. Just do me one favor. Like, share, subscribe. If you like what you saw, hey, more than welcome. Jump in the comments and chop it up with me. You know, I love the interaction. Love the interaction. But hey, man, like I said, it's been real. We're gonna come back tomorrow. We're gonna have a good old fun day on Taco Tuesday. Until then, take care of yourself, take care of each other. Hey, I'll holler at y'all. Peace.
Yeah. Silent Hill TDS, what's up? Yeah, come on. I.O.W. Sports Network, late night edition. Let's go. Come on.
We about to raise the bar. Wild card mall. Everybody grab a seat, cause you know we about to spark. Late night sports talk. Como Modelo, cigar. Man, you don't wanna start. Wild card mall.